All right, welcome back. Today we are back with another episode of Cloudy Thoughts. And today we are going to be talking about we're going to be talking about fuck, I forgot already. No, today we are going to be talking about it's okay to have like structure and routine. Like I don't always like my relationship to being a structured individual and having routine has not always been the best. Like I relate having a structure and routine to school. I was just journaling about this. Like, hold on, before we get deeper into this, like my plan now is to kind of give Cloudy Thoughts kind of more like make it make sense more. Cause then when I be coming on here and saying, you know what I'm saying all the time and just sitting here like it just I feel uncomfortable. And I feel like not uncomfortable, I just feel like I'm wasting my time in a sense because it's like I'm not coming on here prepared. It's like I know I can be saying more shit, but I like don't be doing it. You feel me? So it's like now we finna come on here and we finna make sure that this shit has structure, and I'm building a routine outside of me getting on here and talking to make sure that it makes sense. The words that I say when I get on here, like I'm dead ass journaling every time before I do a cloudy thoughts because it's like I feel like my thoughts are more, you know what I'm saying? They're more on point, and it goes hand in hand because I have to generate the thoughts, you know what I'm saying, to bring to the surface, if you comprehend what I'm saying. But I feel like I be saying, you know what I'm saying, a lot because like it's like I'm having a conversation with like, you know what I'm saying, one of my niggas, and it's like I'm waiting for y'all to say something back, but it's like obviously it's still a fucking camera. Like it's not like I'm live streaming right now. So it's like I can't wait for somebody else to say something back. I have to keep talking and building on the point that I'm trying to say. Like I'm constantly trying to convince you. You know what I'm saying? Like I have to see I said it again. But like I have to keep trying to convince I have to act like you're not going to get anything that I'm going to say. So I have to be really diligent on everything that I say and explain even the simple things that I don't think I should explain. It's still good to talk about because that's what I notice in podcasts. Like they talk in a tone that you don't know what they're saying. Like it's like your first time hearing this. Like they speak in the tone of elementary. So like they make everything that they say digestible, even if that means breaking down the most fundamental terms that they are using within the conversation. And that's where the beauty of like listening to a podcast comes in because like you get to take soak in so much knowledge, like even if it's your first time hearing these concepts, like they're still going to be digestible just because of how like aware they are that there's first time listeners listening to the podcast or the concept or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? I did it again, but it's it makes it digestible when you're watching podcast or consuming whatever type of product that you're consuming, video, whatever it is, documentary. When they go back and they talk in that tone of like, oh, this is a first time listener, it makes it way more. You know what I'm saying? Ah, it makes it way more valuable. I'm not cutting this either. That's one thing I want to get to the point where I don't gotta cut this shit. I don't like having to cut out parts of the video of the cloudy thoughts. I don't like having to cut out any parts of the video because it's like it makes it harder for me to want to sit there and edit it. You know what I'm saying? But it does. It generally makes it harder for me to want to edit because I'm like, damn, I gotta go edit that part out because I fucked up because I was being awkward or I wasn't being myself or whatever the case may be. But it's like, it makes me want to really be concise and real, intentional with the power of the tongue and the shit that I'm saying. So that's something we working on at the same time too. And I want to read more. I've actually been reading this book called what, or I think that's what it's called. It's like What to What. I gotta go grab it. But it's like about this African dude who came. He came to the U.S. and like I don't know. I think maybe in 2006. But that's like when he what the year says in the book, but like that's I think because that was the year that the book was made. But he came to Atlanta back in the day, and he used to like live in Africa, and he was having a hard like from like the first chapter or the first part of the first chapter, he was having a hard time in the U.S. And I ain't gonna lie, I picked up this book at Goodwill like about maybe 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. I think it was 2 years ago though, but I picked this book up because I'm like, this it just something about the cover and just you know what I'm saying the fact that it was about a black man from Africa. I wanted to like understand like what his story was like and what it had to offer. So I grabbed a book and I said I'm gonna read this. Obviously at that time didn't read it, but now we're getting to it. Everything happens for a reason. It wasn't fully aligned with me to pick up the book and read it at that time. But that's something that I've been working on. I just really want to expand my vocabulary and stop saying, you know what I'm saying? So I think I need to do a word of the day. That's a thought that's been in my mind. Like I need to dead ass sit down and write filler words than to say then you know what I'm saying? I'm dead ass gonna ask Chat GPT this right when I get off this shit, bro. Because I don't want to keep saying, you know what I'm saying, all the time. That should be killing me. But we gonna get there. We gonna get there. I don't feel like I always used to say this. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just something that developed over time. Like conversationally, it happened. But it makes it funny, bro. I swear that's like my favorite word to say. You know what I'm saying? Like it just roll off the tongue. You feel me? Hold on, my alarm going off. I forgot what this one was for. Um, but yeah, it just rolls off the tongue. You feel me? Like I just like that saying. You know what I'm saying? Like it just be smooth. Um, but back on topic. Like it's good to be intentional. Like with what your routine and having a schedule. Like I related that to school because like in school I didn't I just hated school as a whole. So like anything that I think of that brings me back to that state, I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm avoiding it. So like soon as I graduated from school, I said, fuck that. And I don't want to have no routine. I'm going to do what the fuck I want. And I did that. I I literally lived that for the time being. I lived exactly how I wanted without having to follow a script type shit. That's low key what it feel like when you're following like a routine slash like schedule. It feel like you're following a script. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like following a script. I just want to free flow. I just want to live. And I did that and I felt like it got me to a point where I have to like I understand the value now of having a routine and having structure and having a routine. I think I said routine twice. But it made me understand like I see the value in what it can do if it's made the way that I want it. If it's tailor made to me, if it's tailor made to you, you can make it the way that you want it. It don't gotta be a bad thing. Like you don't have to be avoidant from it. You can make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? If it don't make money and it don't make sense, you know what I mean? I just wanted to say that. But it's kind of true in a way, but that is true. But I just really want to say that saying if it don't make money, it don't make sense. I heard that saying like the other like a while back at work, and I'm like, yo, that shit was low key powerful. Like that saying, it was like I heard it on some like calm conversational shit, and it just came up. I'm like, wow, I gotta use that saying somehow. Like I gotta bring that into fruition into my life more. Like if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Like I'm gonna make a song about it. Like that's what I want to do because it's like damn, like that saying's like it's power. It can make a good song, and just how it came about it was organic. Nobody like I didn't tell that person to say something crazy. Like you know what I'm saying? Say something powerful. It just happened and it flowed. But Fuck, I forgot where I was trying to get to. I was just talking about the importance of having structure and routine, and how like it really can benefit you as long as you make it the way that as long as you make it make sense to you. Like it don't have to be a bad thing. It's not bad. It's not school, nigga. It's not. But even school though, that ass had some good. Like that's the main takeaway that I learned. That I need. That it was benefiting me for was being in a good flow and having a good structure and routine for the time that I was there. Cause like it kept me in flow of like making sure I'm following some type of curriculum, some type of not curriculum, fuck, some type of schedule. That's what it is. It was a schedule, but it don't hurt you. I'm really talking to myself. It did not hurt you. It did not hurt you. And I gotta keep practicing like journaling of affirmations and stuff. Like that's what I was doing. That's what I did yesterday, bro. That ass right after right after I did the last episode that night, bro, right before I went into work, bro, I dead ass wrote some I said that I was gonna have like a positive, like a good day at work, bro, and I was gonna spread love and shit like that, bro. And it was a good day at work, Cap. I ain't gonna lie, but I was a little bit on edge, feel me? But that's just because it's like sometimes you gotta protect your energy at certain times, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta stand guard of your energy at certain times, and when you're getting attacked. But that's just how it be. But like for the most part, I was on point. I was on point with my intentions, and it's like eventually it will get to the point to where you'll do that without even having to write about it. You can then further on move on to writing about something else. Like you can always keep finding new things to affirm into your life and bring into fruition, if that makes any sense. Like you don't always have to be the same thing. But another thing that I realized is what did I realize? Like it's okay to like watch the same thing over and over again. I felt like due to like social media and like short form content, like my attention span for like settling for the same type of like movie or TV show over and over again went away. Like back in the day when I was a kid, like growing up, that was normal to watch the same movie over and over again because that's all I had on DVD. Like, or that's what all we had on cable TV or whatever the case may be. Like, we only had that one TV network that was really connecting to us. So we took what we made do with what we got. You know what I'm saying? But think about it like, what if you have this empowering like podcast that you just listened to and like you want to like you really connected with what he was saying in the podcast, right? And now you just keep watching that every day. Every day you keep listening to that same podcast cuz it aligned with you so much. And like eventually like the same like philosophies that you hear in the podcast are going to be engraved into your mind and your DNA, and like you're not going to have to try to embody that. Like it's not going to feel as tasking on you because now you drilled it into your mind that I am this. I am, you know what I'm saying? I am a light. You feel me? I am I am in a healthy state of mind or whatever the thing is that you're watching. For me, it was like a Big Sean interview that I was just watching yesterday before I went to work, and I just woke up today and I just finished watching it. But I didn't go back to I didn't go back to where I was watching it last night before I went to sleep, or because I did watch it before or this morning, last night, whatever, because I worked third shift. But like, I didn't go back to that same point to where I was at before I went to sleep. I just started from the beginning because it's like watching that again or listening to that again will I'll gain a new perspective. Like that's another thing that you gain from watching or consuming a product over and over again. You'll gain another perspective. Same thing with music. Like I'll have to sit with the song for a while. Like I like the song that I just made yesterday or the day before that. I don't remember. I think it was yesterday. But that song that I just made, I had to sit with it for like a day or two and keep listening to it to find new things that I need to add to it. Um that wasn't my intention, but cause I just like the song that I made. I just want to keep listening to it. Maybe I might come up with another name. Maybe the name that I came up with the first time wasn't it didn't make sense. So maybe I have to listen to it to find a name. Or maybe I didn't even set my intentions on making a name. Maybe I just hurried up and cooked something and just slapped a random name on it just because. So that's where you can go back in and post after you done made the concept to listen to it and come up with a name. So I'll listen to the song over and over again, then I'll find the idea. I'm like, oh yeah, that's gonna be the name. Or like I'll like the song that I made yesterday or whatever I made that. It's called The Storm. Because I'm talking about um in that song, it's actually really powerful, low key. I'm talking about God said, like I'm talking about God, and He said, before you see the light, you gotta go through the storm, and like you have to go through the bad before you get to the good. That's ultimately what the song is saying. And then at the end, I said something about writing, like your desires or some shit like that. I gotta listen to it again. I didn't write down the lyrics. I gotta start doing that too after I make the songs. But um, after that, bro, I fucking I listened to it and I said something about writing at the end of the hook, and that's what plays in the last at the end of the song. And I realized, damn, I can put in some writing. Like I could put me like right like not me, but like just like a writing sound effect, like a scribble like writing on paper because I said something about writing at the end, and like it would make perfect sense. Like that'll add more emphasis to the song. You feel me? And like that's something that you figure out in post after the fact, after you keep constantly listening to it and just seeing what it needs. You know what I'm saying? What other seasonings could I add to what other flavors? Like it just comes back to that principle that I was talking about. Like it's okay to listen to the same thing over and over again, especially if it's powerful and it means a lot to you. Like, it's okay. It don't hurt you. It's if you're able to gain one thing from it, imagine what you can gain again if you keep like what other like sources of information and perspectives you can gain from it if you're constantly open and receptive to the other possible outcomes that you can take from the said source. You feel me? So it's really important, I think, to keep those good influences constantly in rotation. Like if you desire to be around like these celebrities, if you want to call them that, I I'm coming to the realization that they're not celebrities because I see my dead ass. I could upload a song or a beat or whatever tomorrow, and nigga Bruno Mars can hit my line and be like, I want to get on that. Fucking who knows? Fucking nigga. Justin Bieber could hit my line and be like, damn, that's the fire song I need. You know what I'm saying? It could happen, bro. You could post something tomorrow, today, and it could change your life. And these niggas can be in the same room or be on the same song, be on the same thing as you. You never fucking know. So it's like that concept alone, I've learned to not put myself below them or put them too high above me. We are on the same level because we can be in the same room tomorrow. We could be in the same conversation tomorrow. Or today. You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible. It's impossible. So back to the point that I'm trying to make. If you surround yourself with these podcasts of these people that you see yourselves in a room with or just consume content with creators or people that you believe that you can be in the room with, you will be in that room and it will not be abnormal to you. This has been your reality because you've been consuming this concept in your mind for a long time. This is normal. This is what you expected. You've been anticipating this. Now it's just actually your reality. Now it's your present. Now it's your gift. It's in the moment. You know what I'm saying? You deserved it. You worked for it. You got it. Now it's just time to capitalize and show them why it's a present and what it means to you. That's really all it is. And that consumes. I think that wait, what's how that saying go? I ain't gonna lie. I tried to say something really like really big, really but I think consumes is right there is the right word though. But that consumes or whatever it is. I'm so awkward. But that's the episode of Cloudy Thoughts today. And if you watched to this point, I appreciate you. I show gratitude towards you because you didn't have to sit here and watch this shit for 20 minutes. You did not have to do that. I'm thankful that you sat here all this time and watched and consumed the game and the knowledge and my perspective on all the topics that we discussed today. Um, and if you haven't subscribed or followed or tapped into all the other things and platforms that we be posting on, take time to do that and join the pit crew if you feel like this is something in a place that you want to be. The pit crew, this is a place where we come together. You know what I'm saying? We take a pit stop at the garage. We retune up our wheels. You know what I'm saying? We change out our engine parts. You know what I'm saying? So we can get back on the road running. We this is what's the word? This is growth in the process. That's what growth in the process means to me. Like just staying in an active seeking an active knowledge seeking mindset, like constantly trying to develop your vehicle to be the best vehicle it can be. Like that's what I try to do every day. Every day I'm trying to make my vehicle the best vehicle that it can be. So if I ever get a light coming on, like a check engine light or something coming on, I know how to navigate through that. And I know how to build the next time that shit happens. I know exactly all the parts that I need the next time it happens to me. So it will not be a fear-based mentality when the next problem come around. And that's honestly what I'm trying to cultivate. Just a more positive, um, more ambitious type of, you know what I'm saying? A more light. I'm just trying to push more light within my content. Obviously, there will be times where I'm entertaining and I'm in a character because I love that shit. I love being, sometimes I love being in a character. Sometimes you will catch me in that state. But for the most part, I will try to still be me. Within being in that character, that is me. That is a version of me. That will be my inner child, you feel me? When I'm playing said characters. Because I'm just trying to make sure that whenever I'm doing anything that I'm doing, that is still a version of me that I can look back on and be happy and be proud of that I'm doing that thing. But I am thankful for you watching this video. I was supposed to like conclude it. That is the conclusion of this video. If you haven't, like I said, drop that sub, you know what I'm saying? Join the pit crew, and we out. This is growth in the process.